How's it going, guys, and welcome back for a new video. This right here is the one for the adjustable parallel fusion efficient nuke. Now, the last time you guys would like to know how you could make this one right here. Or actually, I wanted to show you guys shooting it 80 chunks. So I thought that's what we're gonna do today, and I'm actually going to go ahead and make the walls right now. So let me get my speed one. There you go. So our barrel is up here. I'm only gonna straight shoot. Well, I mean, like we could adjust it as well. We could do that after, or maybe we can do it next episode if you guys make a comment. But for now, let's just go ahead and do straight shoot, because otherwise I have to line it out like this way and whatever. I don't really have the space for it with all the cannons and stuff like that. So what I think we should do is that we should go ahead and make a copper line like this. This will go ahead and represent our wall. Now let's go ahead and move this 116 blocks out. In this case 32, so it's in this case 32, so we can get the two chunks away, so we can get it kind of like away from our platform, as you can see right here. So like that, that's fine. So let's go ahead and take the bottom right here, and let's go ahead and move this one 16. Because then we can get a chunk in between. Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to do, because if we're going to shoot 80 chunks, we are going to need to get an order on first of all, but also we're gonna have to shoot a lot of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this 16 times 10. So that's 10 chunks. Now let's go ahead and stack this up all the way up. We can stack this like up to Y50, yeah, like that, and then just throw water on it. So now that we have this, we should be able to take our point, which should be over here somewhere when we find it. Here we are. So let's go ahead and take out our position 2 right here. And then whenever we stack it 99, then we should have these walls going all the way to the end of our buffer. Now, this is I'm pretty sure this is like 100 by 100 chunks, but we'll see here in a second as soon as we start firing. Okay, so this part right here is 200 chunks. Now, we are not going to be able to shoot 200 chunks, but we are going to be able to shoot quite fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my alt up at the cannon, and then just simply starts firing. Let me see if it's this one right here. Let me just make sure. Nope. Has to be this one then. Y40. Nope. This one then. There we go. Alright, so this one right here. So let's go ahead and have the walls up. As you can see right here, let's go ahead and put the alt here as well. And then let's go ahead and make sure that we can copy this, because I can just P fire, and that will just fire the cannon whenever. So let's go ahead and that, and P, and then start firing. Actually, we can fire once. And then we'll take it from there. Let me TNT fill it as well. Okay, so we are ready to fire. So I'm just not gonna count the first 2 chunks. So the next one here will be 12 chunks, but it doesn't really matter. So P fire, and let's go ahead and start shooting this one right here. And we should see that we are getting this right here will be 12 chunks. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 12 chunks. And there we go. So this server is a little laggy right now. I'm sorry about that. So that's the first 10 plus the 2. We can just count that in the end. So this right here will be 20. And then let's go ahead and take 30. Should be in a second. So what this cannon's going to do is that since it's a parallel, it's always going to work. And it's going to work, and it's just going to start dipping all the way down. This will be 40. Yeah, I think this will be 40 or something like that. Yeah, 40. Actually, let me go count. I forgot. So yeah, okay. So let's see. So the first 2 chunks right here we're not gonna count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5. Okay, so this right here will be number 5. But yeah, as I told you before, it's going to dip, but it's not going to dip more than a block before 80 chunks. So you're good to go. So that will be number 5 right here. Let's go ahead and take 60, which should be out here. So this right here is number 60. And then we have 70, which should be coming in. Where did it go? There you are. Okay. This is 70. And then we have number 80 over there. We're starting not to make it. Okay, so this right here is 70, and it stopped working at 70. Looks like this cannon here has a slight adjustment in one of them, but this right here is not working at 70, but it works at 60. So I will be 62 chunks, and then maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna work at 65 chunks as well. Don't know what it's tested is 80, so it's kind of just like a rough estimate of how much it actually shoots. But as you can see, it shoots 80 sorry, 60 chunks, 65, 60, yeah, you name it. But what we need to do now is that, oh god, I'm so fast as well. Okay, so let's see here. There we go. So let's see now if we can get this right here. So this right here is where the hole is. Yep. And let's continue. See what the barrel is exactly. You see that right there? It starts dipping. But as you can see, we're already up here. So if we go straight like this right here, all the 60 chunks, we can make it. And you see what you saw what the barrel was. So as you can see, it doesn't dip before 80 chunks as I showed you. So as you can see right here, the holes are still working perfectly fine, as you can see, without me moving my Y coordinates. So everything is working perfect, which is awesome. So now we got this working at 65, like 68 chunks most likely. Not exactly 70 or 80 that I told you on some of them. But it could be a mistake in something that I'm not really familiar with. It could be like a small difference in the text right here and how much it falls. I think it's the trapdoors right here, to be honest with you. If you change this to slabs, it might go 80, because I tested it with slabs, it went 80. But yeah, that's this one here working at 80 chunks. So that's pretty much the little shotgun knows how far I can actually shoot. Okay, so now that you know that it can shoot the full length, okay, maybe not 80 chunks, but 70 or 65, it's just fine, so don't complain, you know, just change it to trapdoors, or sorry, slabs, and you can probably shoot 80. But why did I just try PV? That's so weird. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this cannon right here. So I thought I would go ahead and take every single, I guess, attachment, or what you can say, like every single piece of this cannon, and kind of put it back together once we're done here. And then maybe we have a cannon fully explained, hopefully. So what you see right here is, and I'm now counting, 12 long sand compression. The other ones is not quite 12, so I'm kind of increasing the hammer, the sand comp, the nuke, not the power. The power kind of stays where it is, and the wire level and the adjustment is getting adjusted as well, so it fits the right stacker and you don't use too much TNT. So a 12 long sand compression, this right here is a dual sand compression one push, as you can see right here. Now this one right here does not handle a quick pulls, but it shouldn't worry because there is a button right here. You just kind of have the quick pulls and it's not really gonna work. On top of that, right over here we have our power. The power is mainly used to shoot things to the wall. That's pretty much what the power is for. There's nothing really other use for a power besides that. Then over here we have the hammer. The hammer is used to stack all the sand. On top of that we also have something we call a second hammer. Now we're gonna come into that here in a second. But before that, let me show you a little bit more about this nuke right here. So this right here uses game ticks. I'm not gonna go too much into game ticks. I think I did a short detailed what game ticks actually is. It's not really telling you how you can use game ticks, but it's kind of just more explaining what game ticks is. Go ahead and check that out on my channel. I might make one where you can I can actually show you how to use it. But yeah, this right here is our efficient nuke, and the efficient nuke needs a second hammer. And why, you ask? Well, that's because the second nuke is pretty much hammering down, or the second hammer, sorry, is pretty much hammering down this nuke once you see it at the wall. So once everything is stacked with the main hammer, which is this one, we were going to have the second hammer here, and we're going to have the nuke sitting in the sand stack. And once the second hammer goes off, the nuke goes off as well, nuking down the entire sand stack, and everyone is going to have a good time. Now that is pretty much the basic of the cannon. There's not really much more to talk about when we're talking this cannon right here. Now you might see it's a little funny cannon right here with this like a kind of bridge like here. What we're using this for is pretty much aligning it so they're right next to each other. Let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So as you can see right here, we're having our power goes right here. Now when our power is getting boosted by these dispensers, it's going to go right here. Now this dispenser right here is going to move the hammer up towards the ladder, which we can bypass because TNT is a 4 block. So what it's going to do is it's just going to go ahead and slide. So it's going to slide as far as it can over to right here. Reminder, if you're playing on Psycho, make sure that you do something like that if it doesn't work, because you're in 2 different chunks or something like that, and it might not work. If this right here is a chunk and this right here is a chunk, it won't work. So just do like that, so everything is in one chunk and you should be good to go. It just doesn't work on the edge of a chunk. Anyways, let's go ahead and place our power right there. Then the second thing we're gonna have in is our hammer. Our hammer comes in right here and getting boosted by those boosters over there. Now that is getting shot all the way over here, while this TNT right here, which is this right here, a booster for the hammer, is getting boosted all the way up. Now it's going to hit this trapdoor right there and can't get any further, so what it's going to do is that it's going to start sliding. It's going to slide all the way over here, but kind of up in there as you can see, but not quite. As you can see right here, this is a trapdoor length, but I'm just going to place it like that. On top of that, what we also has in here is our red sand. Red sand is used to pretty much make sure that we can get a hybrid shot at the top. Now that is also in the same TNT block. I'm just going to place it above just for the look of it. Then we have our sand coming in here. The sand right here is getting pushed over here, getting boosted by this over here. And then this booster right here tries to put it this way, but it's going to go up first. So because no matter what, it always calculates the Y velocity first. So it's going to go up and try to go this way right here, and as you can see, it's going to end up right there. So now we have everything right here. The power goes off, shooting it to the wall, and we are going to get a great hole. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here, and if you did, remember to like this video here, comment down below if you have any questions, suggestions, whatsoever. And as always guys, remember to subscribe to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.